All right, everybody. Give y'all some time to get in here. We'll give y'all some time to get in here. Press 1 if you can hear your boy. Press 1 if you can hear me. We're going to discuss some things, man. Yes, what's up? What's up, Chanel? What's up? Chanel's a member. Welcome to all my members. We're going to be getting 3 members only videos between today and tomorrow. So you're going to get 3 videos between today and tomorrow for the members only. What's up? We got to go into some things, man. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. Let everybody know that we live on YouTube. Hold on. We are live on YouTube. Let everybody know. What's going on? What's going on? You coming in? On the work she didn't contribute is wild. Says Romy Hayes. Chanel. What's up? Romy Hayes. We're going to get into that, man, because it's so funny how these things, man, everybody in 2024 is acting like all this stuff is like new exposed. Like, oh my God, they're exposing that they're coming for Jay-Z and they're coming for Beyonce. When, if you've been following me, if you've been following, I'm talking about the people on Twitter. If you've been following me for years, if you've been following the music business, you know, people didn't remember how Neo was in good with Beyonce, right? Remember how Zendaya, I'll tell you about, we're going to talk about Zendaya too, Chanel. Remember how Neo was in good with Beyonce and Neo was making all these hits and every other song that came on was a Neo song and Neo was the biggest star in the world in the mid 2000s, right? You ever think, no one ever stopped to think what happened to Neo? Did anybody ever stop to think what happened to Neo? Nobody, right? Nobody stopped to think what happened to Neo. All right, here is Romy. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You about to be up out of here now. All right, as you should know, this is my show, sir, or ma'am, whatever you are. Don't play with me. Don't come in here being disrespectful. You're gonna get the fuck up out of here. Tell you that straight the fuck up. You come in here being disrespectful, you're going to be up out of here. Sit down and listen and shut the fuck up. If you can't sit and listen, shut the fuck up. All right, goodbye. Who want to go next? Who want to go next? Before we even get started, whoever want to go, let me know. Shall we continue on, or does somebody just want to go? If you don't want to be in here, then you can leave now. Just let me know who don't want to be in here, and I'll help you out. I'll help you out the door. Put a one, everybody that can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. What's up, Darius? Thank you. What's up? What's up, Riaz? Tox, what up? So we're gonna get into a bunch of stuff, right? That's good. That's good, Riaz. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to all my heavy hitters. Shout out to anybody who is first time, on the live show. Shout out to you, man. You want to join the members only? Make sure you go and click join on if you have an Android phone or if you have on your desktop. You can just click the join button. If you have an iPhone, you're unable to see the join button through the YouTube app. So you would have to actually go on a browser from your iPhone. You have to have to actually type in youtube.com, go to it, and then go find my channel, right? And I think they have like a little two small A's that you got to click when you want to use the desktop version, and then you should be able to see the join button. A lot of people can't can't join me from their iPhone because they don't they think, oh man, I don't see the join button. But I've made this, statement several times. I made this statement several times. What's up, Jamina? So before we get into Tiffany Red, right? Um, before we get into Tiffany Red, let's go into what Remy said real quick. So Remy Ma says that she ushered in the era of unity among female rappers at Summer Jam 2017. Right? So let's just go over, we're going to listen to what Remy said, right? Well, listen to what Remy said. Let's put this up here. Remy Ma. Remy Ma. Right? She says she is responsible. She's responsible for help ushering in this unity. And women. So let's take a look at what Remy said.
That when I first came home and I started recording again, that I really aspired to be a part of and to make happen. And I kind of feel like it started that when we did Summer Jam that year. And it was me and Latifah and Light and Cardi and Young and May and Kim and Moni Love and Yo-Yo and everybody, Rod Digger, from all the different generations, the past, the present, and the future on the same stage. Like from there, I feel like that kind of opened up the doors, not just for the artists themselves, but for people to see. Because I felt like people didn't know like they could have this many people that they like at one time. I even see it now, even with some of the fans, because it used to be everybody had their own fan base, but now you see the fan bases combining. Like I like her, and I like her, and I like her, and I like they have. It's not just one or 21, and that's kind of what we need. Because what I've been saying for years before I got locked up, before I went away, like it's enough money, it's enough space, it's enough events, it's enough stadiums for everybody to do what they want to do.
Okay. So let me just comment on Remy. You heard what Remy said. Basically, she said that since the 2017, when she brought all the girls out on Summer Jam, she kind of inspired the different fan bases and ushered in the unity, right? So that's what Remy said. Now I'm going to tell you the facts. and I fuck with Remy. Yes, you did help inspire those women to come to Summer Jam. But the reason why they came to Summer Jam and got on that stage was to spite Nicki Minaj. I mean, let's just be honest. And what you see now, you don't really see people more than or one person rooting for different people, because it's kind of just like Nicki Minaj's fan base versus everyone else's fan base. Because Nicki Minaj's fan base don't really like nobody else, unless it's one of her sons. So yes, in a way, you have a point. You did bring those girls out, but they really just came out because none of them girls that you named fucks with Nicki. Now, a lot will say that's Nicki's doing, right? A lot will say that the situation that she's in with a lot of her peers is due to her attitude or her personality, whatever. But let's just keep it a buck. It's not like people now are like, oh yeah, I like more than one. People still don't like more than one. They may like more than one if they, you'll see people that like Cardi B, they like Lotto, they like Megan, because they're all ops of Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj fans will like Nicki Minaj, JT, Ice Spice. But you won't see too many Nicki Minaj fans that like Cardi B. Just like you won't see Nicki Minaj fans who like Megan Thee Stallion. So that's unity. That's when you say, I like more than one. No, what you did was show them you don't have to just like Nicki Minaj. There's other girls to root for. That's really what it was, Remy. It wasn't you were bringing the girls together for unity. You were bringing all the girls together that you knew didn't fuck with Nicki. Right? Not that you mess with her, but I didn't see Foxy on that stage. Well, I know you don't mess with Foxy Brown anyway, even before Nicki Minaj. But let's say who was messing with Nicki back then? I guess JT. I don't really know if the City Girls was even out back then. But if you knew that any of those girls messed with Nicki, you would not have invited them on the stage. So you're right in a sense. You're right about, yeah, you bought those girls out to Summer Jam. But the reason why you bought them out was because they didn't like Nicki. So kill all the shit about the unity and this, that, and the other. It's still not unity. It's still Nicki Minaj's fan base versus everybody else's fan base, except for JT and Ice Spice. And what's the other girl? Akbar and not Akbar. Yeah, Akbar. Like those fan bases. Right? So it's still not unity. It's still everybody pretty much. You don't see too many Barbs that like Cardi B. There's going to be no Barbs that say, oh, I like them both. You have some people that if they're not Barbs, that's like me. I like a lot of music by Nicki Minaj. I like a lot of music by Cardi B. Right? But I'm not a stand of anybody. So I don't, put myself and pace myself to one particular artist. There's music from every artist out there that I like and don't like. I like Megan more so for her performing or whatever. I'm not really a big Megan Thee Stallion fan. Not really been a fan of her music. Never really been a fan of her music. Only Traumazine, to be honest with you. All the other stuff, I mean, I think Megan can rap her ass off, and I think she's got great stage presence, and she is the best performer, unless you're going to consider Doja Cat as a female rapper. Other than Doja Cat, Megan is the best performer, and it ain't even close. Right? But as far as her music goes, I'm not never really been into Megan's music. I'm way more into Cardi's music, Nicki's music. Hell, I even like Doja Cat's music better than Megan's. Not really into like the Southern girl rap or like her and Trina. Like she to me, Megan's like a 2024 Trina, but just with better lyrics. See, I think her lyrical capabilities are better than Trina's. But Megan to me reminds me of 2024 Trina, right? So where Nicki Minaj, I'm an old head, so hearing Barbie Dangerous, where she is referencing Biggie, like somebody that around with somebody that when I was a teen, I was following. I mean, that's a breath of fresh air, like a New York artist. You're not gonna really see Megan. Megan's not from New York, so I'm a New York nigga. So you're not gonna really see Megan referencing to it. She did on the joint Plan B, like that was like a Little Kim type beat. I think Lil Kim used that beat before, but other than that, you're not gonna really see her doing too many New York references or New York flows, whatever. So, but she can rap. Like I'm not into Lotto's music that much. Lotto can rap her ass off, but music wise, I'm just not really into it. But back to what Remy said. Yeah, Remy, you're right. You did bring those girls out. And those girls came out because of you, but it wasn't because of unity. Let's just cut the bullshit. All right. What's next? Oh, I keep seeing this. Let me just go over this real quick again for the last time. Um, and this is the Cardi B ghostwriting thing. All right. I mean, I've discussed this like so many times, right? I've discussed this so many times, but people just don't seem to get it. All right, so listen, dudes. Okay. Cardi B ghostwriting, right? So there is this. I'm reading this. What is this? GBC magazine on Twitter. There's always been this notion, right? There's always been this notion that Cardi B admitted to having a ghostwriter. People put this out there all the time. They say, Cardi B admitted to having a ghostwriter, right? And then they say, oh, and then they show a clip where the clip on YouTube says, Cardi B to a ghostwriter, admits she doesn't write her music. However, that's not what that clip states. In the clip, she never once said she didn't write her music, right? She never once said that. So listen, let me play the beginning of the clip once again, right? For people who have this, they're listening to this misinformation and they're saying that Cardi B admitted to having a ghostwriter, right? So let me play the clip that mostly everyone is talking about. Hold on. I'm gonna play the clip with most everybody talking about. Then after that, we're going to get into this Tiffany Red. I'm getting the Tiffany Red. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Okay. Here's a clip where it says Cardi B admits she don't write her music.
I like to make money. I don't really give a fuck about being lyrical. I don't give a fuck about this and that. If that shit don't work for me, I don't care. I like to make shit that's gonna make me fucking money. I like to make shit that's gonna climb me on the charts. Like, that's what I want. I want to be up top of the charts. I want to make money. I don't care about none of that shit. I know so many lyrical people. New York is the home of people that knows how to fucking crazy rap. There's a home of battle rapping. Y'all niggas is not listening to that shit that much in the club. So what's the problem with that? And I love to listen to people. I love to listen to people that like spit some real shit, because if I'm lying, I will fucking put up mad screenshots of everybody being on my dick. All of them being on my dick.
Okay, so, and that's pretty much where she ended it. So people are sending out this clip because it says in the headlines, Cardi B admits that she don't write her own music. So tell me where in that clip did she ever say, I don't write my own music? And the rest of the clip don't even have nothing to do with music. She's talking about something totally different. Where in that clip does it says I have a ghostwriter? Right? Let me explain something to people who don't seem to get it. And it's these new niggas. Anybody that is 40 and over, I say 35 and over. If you still don't get it, then I don't know who raising you niggas. Okay. A ghostwriter is a person you pay to write your bars or write your song, and you pay them a fee, and then their name is not credited anywhere on that song. They're a ghost. Or they're going under another name, another alias. That's a ghostwriter. You know the word ghost, you can't see them? That's where it comes from. If someone's name is credited on your song, how are they a ghostwriter? How are they a ghostwriter? If their name is, if you can look into the writer's credit and see the person's name, how is that a ghostwriter? And these people keep coming out saying, oh yeah, Party, he's Cardi's ghostwriter. Look at the credits. A ghostwriter is you don't know who. You'll never know who the ghostwriter is. That's the point. Or they're gonna go by an alias. You see Prince wrote a song called Sugar Walls back in the 80s for Sheena Easton. Prince wrote that song, but the writer credit was Alexander Nevermind. That's an alias. Prince. Taylor Swift wrote, This Is What You Came for Rihanna and Calvin Harris. But the writer is I believe credited under an alias. But that's really Taylor Swift. That's a ghostwriter. When you don't want people to know that it's you. Partisan Fontaine has come out and said multiple times, I don't write bars for Cardi B. I'm not a ghostwriter. I don't write bars for anybody. I'm a collaborator. I may come in and say this word, instead of that, or say this way, or I may write a hook and say, put this hook here, then spit your bars, then go back to this, and then say it this way. He said, I don't write bars for anybody. I don't write bars for Megan. I don't write bars for Cardi B. I only write bars for myself. So, and it seems like it doesn't matter if these people come out and say it out of their own mouth. Whatever people want to believe, they're just going to believe. So I guess Partisan's lying. I mean, why would he take credits away from him when Cardi's willing to give the writing credit? So why would he take credit from him? Why would he take credit from himself if she's already said she has a writing team that help and assist putting together songs? But if you look at every female rapper that's out there right now, remember when Lotto and Nicki Minaj got into that argument and she said, have you forgotten, boo, we use the same writers? Everybody uses writers now because that's what the label wants. That's what the labels call for. The labels want perfection. They want complete songs. They want songs that's going to resonate with a younger crowd. That's the reason why Kanye West started employing writers like Travis Scott and Kid Cudi. Like he started employing people younger than him because they got the younger generation. They know how to write and resonate to the young generation. Kanye West is an old head. He's almost 50 years old. So he's not going to resonate with the young crowd. So that's the reason why these people employ writers. You've seen writers on Lotto. You've seen writers on Nicki Minaj. You've seen writers on Megan Thee Stallion. You've seen writers on Bia. You've seen writers on Cardi B. You've seen writers on every single one of their songs that make songs that resonate with today's music. Now, you may not see that on Remy because Remy don't make songs that resonate with the younger audience. What song does Remy have out that resonates with the young audience? She doesn't have any. So it might just be Remy writing because those are just bars. It's not really a song. It's not really a melody. So a collaborator is different. And I will say this one more time. I am a member of ASCAP. All right? I've written songs in my lifetime. So you have to run your songs in order to get paid. You have to run your songs through a publishing company. My publishing company is ASCAP. Whenever I send a song into ASCAP to get paid for my publishing, they have a huge checklist. What's the name of the song? Did you write this song with anyone else? If someone else participated in this song, what percentage of the song did you write? What percentage of the song did Partisan write? What percentage of the song did John Smith write? And you have to put all that down, right? You have to then, if you wrote the song with someone else, Partisan Fontaine then has to sign off. If this song is being ran through Cardi's publishing and she puts, well, Partisan Fontaine wrote 10%. He wrote the hook or he wrote the chorus. You have to put down what Partisan Fontaine wrote. Then he has to sign this in his handwriting. He has to sign what you just put down. Because if he's not going through ASCAP, he then has to run it through his publishing company to make sure he's getting his proper points on the record. So Cardi B can't lie about how much she wrote. You have to be entitled to a full publishing check and the opportunity to receive an award or a plaque from ASCAP. You have to at least be responsible for 70% of the song. Cardi B has won Songwriter Award 2 times. 2 times. Partisan Fontaine has never run one songwriter. So if ASCAP is cutting a check, you think they want to cut a check for no reason? You think what company wants to give out a check that they don't have to? Partisan isn't with ASCAP. So don't you think that you think they want to pay? You think they want to kick out money to somebody who doesn't deserve the check? Trust me, they do their due diligence. You gotta run your lyrics. You gotta handwrite your lyrics down. They don't allow you to put it on no computer neither. You gotta handwrite your lyrics down and send them and give them to your whoever is responsible for your accounts, and they send it in to ASCAP, and ASCAP checks it and then says, "Hey, you're gonna get this percentage, this amount of points, that amount of points." So again, I'm spitting facts to y'all. Y'all can go check out that stuff if you want. You can go research it if you want. I'm just spitting facts as usual. Y'all can do with that information what you want. There's going to be some people who, I said this numerous times before, going to be some people who don't care what I say. They just want to believe what they want to believe. So you think on Cardi B's mixtapes, you think those were ghostwriters writing those lyrics that she was writing about being a stripper, about that? You think those were ghostwriters? The only thing that changes when you come and become a star and you become attached to a label is they're going to bring in writers, whether you want to or not. That's the reason why Nicki Minaj didn't sign with Warner Brothers, because they were saying they were going to bring in Jewel Santana to write her bars for her. And because she knew that was going to happen, that's why she didn't sign with Warner Brothers. Once you sign with a record label, you're pretty much at their mercy. They're going to bring in who you want. They're going to bring in the producer they want. They're going to bring in the writers they want. So, hope that clears that up. Tiffany Red. So, let me just explain to y'all what's happening here. Let me explain to y'all what's happening. This is now the attack Beyonce and Jay-Z era. They just went through the Diddy era. Now you see people ain't really talking about Diddy no more. Right now, it's Shannon Sharpe. It's Shannon Sharpe, and we'll do them together. It's Shannon Sharpe, and it is Beyonce and Jay-Z's turn. Right? Shannon Sharpe, ever since Cat Williams came on his show, right? You have now had everybody getting at Shannon Sharpe. They're calling him gay, because of because of his publicist. Now they're saying Shannon Sharpe is gay. They're saying, oh, what man calls himself Shay Shay? He has to be gay with a name like Shay Shay. And then all of these people are getting at Shannon because they know he's the hot name right now, and they're trying to grab some clout, right? They're trying to grab some clout from Shannon, so everybody now wants to come at Shannon Sharpe. You got Mace coming at Shannon Sharpe. You had Mike Epps coming at Shannon Sharpe. Now Eddie Griffith's coming at Shannon Sharpe. You had several people before that. It was Corey Holcomb. coming at Shannon Sharpe. And everybody's saying the gay thing. Gay, gay, gay. He's gay. He sounds gay to me. I think he's gay. Why they came up with that? It's got to be more than just, calling his podcast club Shay Shay and hanging out with a gay publicist. How many people hang out with gay artists and gay designers and gay stylists? Oh no, the stylists. Damn near every stylist in Hollywood is gay. So it's going to be hard for you to get a stylist if he's a man. You're going to be hard for you to get a stylist who ain't gay. Most of the men's stylists are gay in Hollywood. The gays run Hollywood. It's going to be very hard for you not to be, if you are in the business, right? Cardi's verse tomorrow. Cardi wrote Cardi's verse on Tomorrow. Cardi wrote Cardi's verse on Tomorrow. And again, if we're not in the studio, right? If we're not in the studio, just like Nas, right? Nas's song One Mic. We didn't know that Nas got the first part of them bars from his brother. We didn't know that. So if you're not in the studio with a person, just like I was in the studio with of the first part of Nicki when she did it, when she recorded Did It On Him. I was in the studio when she was putting that song together. So I could purposely say I saw Safari give her suggestions. He didn't write the bars for her, but he did give suggestions for her. Now, if you're not in the studio, you can't say that you saw. You can't tell what he wrote, or you can't tell if what he contributed. But you see his name on the credits. They're not entitled to tell you how much of that song that they wrote. They're not entitled to tell you that. And you're not going to know that unless you're there. When they put credits on a song, it doesn't ever tell you how much that they contribute. But if you say Boo and they use Boo, guess what? Your name is going to go right behind Cardi B's name. And people could say, oh man, I see Heaven Hollywood's name on there. Heaven Hollywood was right. You don't know how much I contribute to the song. But everybody gets their name on the credits if they put any sort of input in. If they said, no, don't say, if 50 Cent said, many men wish harm around me, blood in mine, darling, I can't see. I'm just trying to do what's best for me. And then one of his boys come and say, wait. I think you should say, many men wish death upon me instead of wish harm upon me. Why don't you try that? Try many men wish death upon me instead of many men wish harm upon me. And if 50 goes back and says, okay, let me try it. Many men wish death upon me. Oh, that works. The dude that told him change it is getting a writer's credit. Even though everything else was 50 cents. But because he changed it from wish harm upon me to wish death upon me, he's now going down as a writer. All right? Under Tomorrow 2, under writers, you have to go in there and take out the producers and any samples that they had and go take out the writers that you see on when it was just Glorilla. Now, Hennessy could have told us, say, you should say, fake bitch, that's why my friends fucked on your nigga. Uh-huh. Or one of her people could say, you should add that in there. Fake bitch, that's why my friend fucked on your nigga. And if she say, oh yeah, I'm gonna add that in. Whoever suggested that is gonna get a writer's credit. Right? Now, Shannon, poor Shannon. Eddie Griffith was on stage. He was getting at Shannon Sharpe. And I said this to you before. This is the Shannon Sharpe and Beyonce. This is their time. Here's what Eddie Griffith said about Shannon Sharpe.
Mr. Potato Head. I said, no, okay. Then he said, what is it? Said like a walrus, nigga. Said, okay. No, nigga, no. Nigga, he got Ricky Smiley so good. Ricky Smiley got on the internet making tea and started crying and disappeared. Ain't nobody seen this, nigga. He ain't getting no more folks. He disappeared.
Clout chasing, trying to hop on cat's nuts.
Nigga, you better be on the lookout for Smiley. That nigga was gonna smile. The crowd wasn't going to get you smiling, nigga. I said he might show up with a dress on.
There you go. Watch.
Shit, me and Captain last two that ain't going to dress.
I ain't see Dave Chappelle no more.
I called and said, nigga, let's go to non-branded dress store. That shit'll be hot like a motherfucker. And Glove Shake Shack. Yeah, Shake Shack. Gay gay. Okay.
So he called Shannon Sharpe gay. Club Shay Shay called him Club Gay Gay. So this once again just goes into what I've been saying, and it seems like I'm a broken record because black folks ain't hearing me. I said before, black people hate black people. What is the reason for calling that man gay? He's already come out and said he has nothing against gay people, but he is not gay. He likes women. Right? That's all. That's his. He said that his stylist was gay, but that's his lifestyle. And again, if you're in Hollywood, the gays run Hollywood. So either your accountant, your stylist, if you got any man that you work with, it's a good chance that he's gay or bisexual. That's entertainment business now. A lot of the damn executives are gay. But Shannon Sharpe, and remember when he first came out with the Cat Williams interview, what did I say was going to happen, y'all? I said everybody's going to start getting a Shannon now, and he's going to start losing relationships because it seems like he's just bringing people on his show to be messy. Right? So that's what it seems like. And that's what I said, that Shannon should have just chilled. Right. And Hundo, I'll take you one further than that. That's between that man and God. Ain't nobody got nothing to say about that. But when white people check them on being homophobic, they don't want to come out and say nothing homophobic. See? They don't want to say nothing homophobic about Elton John. They don't want to say nothing homophobic about Anderson Cooper. They just want to call the black guys gay. They want to make sure they don't say nothing homophobic about somebody white. because then they can get canceled. They just know that black people are just going to run with it and use it as an insult and use it as a way to discredit them. Where there's no proof at all that this man is gay, other than you seeing him out with his stylist, who happens to be gay. So, again, black people being used to take down other black people. If y'all can't see it by now, I really don't know what to say about y'all. I really don't. People could have called Eddie Griffin gay when he used to walk around with a perm in his hair and eyeliner on. People could have called him gay when he was walking around trying to act like Morris Day. With a perm and shit. They could have called him gay. I don't know men to wear perms. Anyway, Tiffany Red. She's who's trending now. And let me give you a little context. We're going to go into her about the Beyonce thing. We're going to do a little context, right? Tiffany Red is the same person who just in December came out about Cassie and Diddy. She's so-called Cassie's best friend, right? She's Cassie's best friend. And she came out and she said, oh, the things that she saw with Cassie and Diddy traumatized her. And she was trying to make people feel as though, right? She was trying to make people feel as though she was on the same traumatic level as Cassie. Oh, I haven't been the same. What's up, Ashanti? Exactly, the Libra. Exactly. Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger was literally in a movie kissing and humping on each other. And I've never heard one black person come and call them gay. And they was in a movie kissing and humping on each other where they were lovers. But then Will Smith has a scene where he's gay and he still can't live it down. So now, Tiffany Red, you were just in the news back in December when you saw that Diddy and you saw Cassie get a settlement, and then you decided to pop your head up out your shell and start talking about how you were so traumatized with what you saw with Diddy and Cassie. However, you never came forth and said anything until you saw that Cassie won a settlement. So now you decide to pop your head up out the shell and say, well, I was so traumatized for so long. The things that I used to see, and he threatened me too. And I was so what she was trying to do is plant the seed in people's heads that, oh man, Tiffany Red knows a lot. Diddy better pay her or else she's going to expose him. What she knows. Well, it didn't work because Diddy said, you ain't getting a dime out of me because you can't prove shit that you saw. You just going on, he say, she say. What have you saw? Can you prove that I cursed you out? Can you prove that I threatened you? No, you cannot. So if you notice, Tiffany stopped talking. Now, who's been the topic of conversation since Jay-Z this year, right? The end of last year, going into this year. Jay-Z has been the topic of conversation. Rock Nation, since the Tory Lanez case. Rock Nation, right? Nicki Minaj, a couple of weeks ago, mentioned Jay-Z and Desiree Perez. and Rock Nation. Tory Lanez constantly mentioned Rock Nation. Rock Nation, you may crumble. Tory Lanez's father, right? So Jay-Z has pretty much been the topic of conversation. Then Beyonce went on the Renaissance tour. Now, before Beyonce came out on her Renaissance tour, she took how many years off? How many years off did Beyonce take prior to the Renaissance album and tour? She took a few years off. All that downtime that Beyonce had, where was anybody complaining then? Where? Where was anybody bringing anything up? These things that they're bringing up, y'all do know that Tony Braxton brought this up years ago, right? On Wendy Williams' show. Everybody pretty much told my wife, Tony Braxton, to kick rocks. Oh, well. Alanis Morissette brought this up over 15 years ago, complaining about Beyonce taking credits on her song, You Ought to Know. Everybody told Alanis she's jealous. Kerry Hilson had complaints about Beyonce. Sia had complaints about Beyonce. There was an Italian white singer. She had complaints about Beyonce. And of course, Neo had complaints about Beyonce. Y'all told all of them to kick rocks. They are jealous of Beyonce. So this is not anything new. This is not anything new. But people now want to make people seem as though, 2024, everybody's getting exposed. Man, this is old news. And Tiffany Red has been in the songwriting business forever. Why are you now, once MIA just came out about Jay, once this John Schneider dude says Beyonce is like a dog peeing on a tree, once the Taylor Swift, whichever Taylor Swift and Beyonce fans tried to create this Taylor Swift versus Beyonce beef, ever since then, now all of a sudden, everybody wants to take it back and, she stole so-and-so publishing. She stole such and such publishing. Oh, Jay-Z did this to MIA. Because it is now in the era where they want to try to discredit Beyonce because she got her foot in their ass. And notice who's doing it. Other than John Schneider, he's just a racist pig. The country people are trying to stop it because she's getting ready to go #1 next week, and she's going to set a record for the first black woman to ever have a #1 country record. So they're trying to stop. They're upset about that. And now the black people, they're using y'all. You want to know why? Because they know we get a pleasure. They have been testing us for years. They put the stories out there and they see who's going to run with it, what black blogs are going to run with it, what black YouTubers are going to run with it. Those stories come from somewhere. These hired agents and these people get slipped a cash app or get slipped money and say, go on here and expose Beyonce. She goes on there, what'd she do? She went viral. Over 1 million people have seen that video when she's talking about Beyonce. And then they all sit back, the powers that be sit back and go, we do it this way. This way people can't say that we're racist. Because it's her own kind that's dragging her. Y'all haven't picked up on that yet? Y'all haven't picked up on that yet? And you still sit there and try to drag. You got Nicki Minaj fans dragging Beyonce. You got Rihanna fans dragging Beyonce, and they be black. The majority of y'all are black. And you're dragging Beyonce to boost up the artists that you like. And they know that you're going to do this. They know you're going to do this. The Taylor Swift fans, I expect them to do it. They white. But even the Taylor Swift fans are falling back because they know that Taylor Swift has no issue with Beyonce. Taylor Swift said, when Beyonce calls, I'm going to come running, no matter where I am. If Beyonce calls my name, I'm there, no matter where I am. So they see that Taylor Swift isn't going to do it. So what they do, they'll have other country people do it. If you notice, Tiffany Red, she mentioned about 4 or 5 other people in this video. She mentioned 7th Streeter. She mentioned Zendaya. She mentioned Rihanna. She mentioned Tamar Braxton. But who's the headline? She have never even worked with Beyonce, and she admitted it. But she's got to bring Beyonce up. Why? Because the other ones don't hold no weight. Beyonce's who people want to hear about. Beyonce's who people want to hear about. So they don't even care that she mentioned Zendaya first. And she mentioned Rihanna. And she mentioned 7th Streeter. And she mentioned Tamar Braxton. She mentioned it first. But then she sees, oh, for me to really get the crowd in here, I just really just put those names out there so people can't say I'm picking on just Beyonce. But this is who I really made the video about. She really made the video about Beyonce. And then, of course, at the end, oh, well, people are comparing Taylor. People are mad that people are saying Taylor Swift is better than Beyonce, but not for nothing. Taylor Swift writes her own songs. She's a real artist. You see what I'm saying? You see how she had to throw that in there? See how she had to throw that in there to try to get the distinction, the try to get the division going? That one didn't even have to be in the video. That didn't even have to be in the video. Why did you have to throw that in there? Taylor Swift is minding her damn business. But why did you have to throw that in there? Because that's their job. Tiffany Red, as far as I'm concerned, is an agent hired by them people to cause division in the black community. Tiffany Red, I have a publishing company, and I'm registered under ASCAP. You know what it is. You're complaining, saying, oh, I've had people come to me, not herself, not experience with Beyonce, because she said, oh, I would never give Beyonce publishing. So I never. So then what you complaining for? If she never took any publishing from you, what you complaining for? Oh, I've had so many people come to me and say they work with Beyonce and she got 25% of the song. Sis, that's the entertainment business. You know why she got 25% of the song? Because she's Beyonce. You know why your song is even getting, you know why anybody's even paying attention to Halo? Because Beyonce's singing it. Right? If if uh if if Juanita Smith came out singing Halo, do you think Ryan Tedder would have got the same accolades? Do you think that Ryan Tedder would have got the same amount of money that he got from giving it to Beyonce? No. The reason why these artists like Beyonce or Usher or let's see who else is known to take a little bit, Rihanna. The reason why they demand a percentage of your publishing is because they're presenting the song to the world. Wherein if they weren't singing it, this song may not even get out there. So yeah, I'm a reason why so many people know this song. So you're damn right I'm going to take some of the publishing. And on top of that, I'm not doing this song exactly the way you presented it to me. I'm not doing this song the exact same way that you presented it to me. I've changed some things. I've added in some ad libs. I've added in a word or taken out a word. So I'm going to get a percentage of the publishing. I'm going to get a percentage of the publishing. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. And you can complain about it. You can try to make Beyonce the spokesperson, but this has been going on way before. You got people complaining about Michael Jackson. Remember the dude, Greg Philligaines, who was complaining about Thriller and Off the Wall, about how Michael Jackson took more credit than he deserved on those albums? He's Michael Jackson. He's Michael Jackson. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. And it's the same thing. It's no difference than any other job. Does it suck? Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. That you have to be on a certain level in order to have a certain amount of control. Yeah, it sucks. But does it happen everywhere? Yes. Back in the day, I worked a call center job, right? I worked for the cable company before I got into entertainment. I worked for the cable company. And one of their rules were you can't have beepers on the floor. You can't have your beepers on the sales floor or on the customer service floor. So when we came out to the floor, we had to take our beepers off. This is what, 96, 97? One of my first jobs. You had to take your beeper off. But then the supervisors and the team leaders, they walk around with their beepers on. You're like, wait a minute. I thought there's no beepers allowed. There's levels to this. You ain't a team lead. You ain't a manager. They don't play by the same rules you play by. Huh? Tiffany Red, you said 7th Streeter took 15% of the publishing of a song that you wrote. You got 85%. Sis, you better be lucky that wasn't Beyonce that did your song. 15%. You better be happy. Because Beyonce is getting at least 25. 25 is on the low end. She's getting at least 25. Because she's Beyonce. That's just the way it is. It sucks. It does. But what you also have to remember is Beyonce worked to get in that position. You think she always had it like that? Do you think Beyonce always had it the way she has it right now? Do you think Jay-Z always had it the way they had it right now? No. These people work hard to get in the position that they're in. So that's what you also can't remember. You can't forget that. That to get into the position they are, they worked hard to get in that position. Whether they did it, whether they kissed ass, whether they sucked dick, I don't care how they did it. The point is, they didn't just come into the game and have all the control and power that they got. When Jay-Z was on that record that he did back to Nas, he said, "You think I'm soft? Rip Jay off. Damn, I'm only worth about 100 million." He was worth 100 million. That record was 2001. Now it's 20 years later, he's worth 2 billion. So he wasn't always worth 2 billion. He wasn't always worth 2 billion. Beyonce wasn't always worth what she's worth. She didn't always have the power that she has. But just because, and I'm going to close with this, to black people and to everyone else, the Cat Williams of the world, the Moniques of the world, right? Just because I love the way Maya acts, right? I love the way Maya acts. Just because you didn't, quote unquote, sell your soul, right? And just because you didn't, play the game, that don't make you more talented than them. That don't make you more talented than Beyonce. That don't make you better than Kevin Hart. That don't make you better than The Rock or whoever did play the game, so to speak. And if y'all didn't play the game and I'm not selling my soul and I'm not selling out, if you're standing on that, if you love the fact that you didn't sell out, if you love the fact that you didn't play the game, why are you all still so miserable? Why are you still so miserable? You don't see Maya shitting on Beyonce. You don't see Maya talking about all the people. Oh, I did it this way. I did it the right way. Just be happy you didn't sell out. Just be happy you didn't put on the dress. But don't go dragging them because they did put on the dress. That's their life. If you stand on that, just be happy you didn't do it. Just be happy you didn't do it. Instead, you're going to try to sell your people out. You want to sell your people out. You want to expose them. Try to discredit them. I mean, knock it off. Knock it off. Just keep it pushing. You didn't do it. Be happy you didn't do it. Cat Williams and Monique, they want to talk about how they didn't sell themselves out and they didn't do the things that Oprah did and the things that Tyler Perry did. Well, then why are you still on their nuts? Why are you still on Kevin Hart's nuts? Why are you still complaining about, oh, how Kevin Hart got rich or how Oprah got rich? Get that out they damn pockets. If you ain't rocking with them, mind your damn business and go the other way. There's very few black entertainers. You see all these white entertainers that are billionaires? Why don't y'all go mess with them? Why don't y'all go expose them? Why you want to take the few blacks, the handful of blacks that is sitting at that table? Jay-Z, Beyonce, Diddy, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey. Why you want to take the Kevin Hart? Why you want to take the handful of blacks that is out there and sitting at that table and expose them? Why you want to expose them? All these damn white billionaires. All these white billionaires that done did 3 times worse than what Beyonce's done. 3 times worse than what Jay-Z's done. Look at what Trump's doing. Ain't nobody talking about Trump. Ain't none of y'all rooting for him. Y'all supporting him. Y'all ain't trying to, oh, let's put out Survive Donald Trump. None of y'all are doing that. But you want to say Surviving Diddy. You can't wait to see Surviving Diddy. You can't wait to see another brother go down. Speak on all. If Diddy did those things, does he deserve punishment? Absolutely. But so does everyone else. People trying to come up and create drama that Jay-Z did just based on speculation. But Trump got real shit on the books and ain't nobody talking about it. Don't nobody want to expose him. What's up, Molly? So Marla, here's the thing, because I'm a songwriter and I have not been fortunate enough to have songwrite credits like Tiffany Red. But it depends on who you're writing songs for. And it also depends on whether you felt enough about yourself to invest in an entertainment lawyer to make sure your contract is right, to make sure your publishing contract is right. You just can't run to social media or try to represent yourself. You unfortunately have to invest money into what you believe in. You may have to pay that money for a lawyer that you don't have. But if your craft is that important to you, you will pay the lawyer. You pay money for that lawyer. And you'll say, you know what? We've all been jerked. I've been jerked before. I've been jerked with my publishing. I've got jerked on my scripts. I've been jerked in the entertainment business. But guess what? I don't just sit there and just complain about it and continue to complain and complain and complain and complain and not try to take measures to make sure that it don't happen to me again. That John Singleton thing that happened to me, I bet it won't happen again. I bet it won't happen again. When Hot 97 stole my footage of my interview with LL Cool J, and Ebro basically told me, take us to court, bro. Because he knew at that time I didn't have money for a lawyer to go to court. But what did Ebro say? I'll take us to court, bro, if you want. And I couldn't afford to take him to court. But guess what? I bet he won't say that to me now in 2024. I bet he won't get an opportunity to say, take us to court, bro, because I'm going to make sure that it never gets that far this time. So, Tiffany Red, if you continue to get jerked, if you do something over and over and respect a different result, sis, they call that insanity. That's the definition of insanity. When you do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. That's called insanity. So if you continue doing the same thing, sis, and just expect Beyonce out of the goodness of her heart to change, you are insane. You're insane. You got to look out for you. You have to make that artist say, okay, her paperwork is right. So if I want this song, I got to come legit. You have to make them say, I can't jip her because she'll sue me. And she got all her paperwork intact. So I better not try to jip her of her publishing because I see all her paperwork is straight. And the moment I do that, she going to sue me and she going to win. You have to let them know that your paperwork is straight instead of just coming off as somebody just, oh, I got to get her this song. Oh, I want Rihanna to do my song. Oh, by any means necessary, whatever they want to take. That's on you, sis. That's on you. That's on you. Halle Bailey, I mean, I never really thought Halle Bailey was going to blow solo anyway. She's not a solo artist. Halle Bailey needs to be back with her sister. Right. Been robbed by NBC, John Singleton, Hot 97. But guess what? I mean, John Singleton, God bless the dead. Like I said, it won't be him. But the next John Singleton, I bet he won't rob us again. I bet we don't let it happen again. And if we let the same thing happen again over and over and over, guess whose fault that is? Ours. If you let the same thing keep happening to you over and over and over, if Tiffany Red says, oh, she's been jerked by such and such, if you continue to get jerked by Beyonce or whoever else, after the first time, what did they say? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me next, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me more than twice, I'm just a fool. If you're sitting here saying, I know people who are songwriters who are broke, at this point, if they're still broke and they're writing songs, you got to start looking in the mirror, sis. I'll be honest with you. And the timing don't help. And the fact that you came out in December trying to get involved with the Diddy thing, that don't help. You just popping your head out all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden you don't want to say yourself, but you want to bring Beyonce up. That's why you're saying, oh, I got friends that come to me complaining about Beyonce. Well, where are they? How come they're not saying nothing? You've had artists complain about Beyonce. Remember what Tony Braxton said on Wendy? What did Tony Braxton say? Bet it won't happen again. Bet she won't do it again. I know now. I'm smarter now. Won't happen to me again. These are just agents being sent by them people. You're gonna be hearing Jay. You're gonna be hearing so much. This ain't the last one. This ain't the last one. You're gonna hear somebody else come out and say, "Oh, Beyonce stole my this. Beyonce stole my that." You're gonna see a choreographer say, "Oh, she took credit for this, that." That. It's coming. It's not gonna stop. Beyonce is getting ready to break that record. She's getting ready to make history. So now here come all the agents, and they gonna be black for the most part. They sent the white boy, but now everybody blew him off because they just blew him off as racist. So now they're gonna say we got to get black people to do it, so we don't look racist. We got to get black people to do it. They like dragging each other. We'll get some of them. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, man. The Cash App is $Heaven Hollywood. Y'all niggas ain't gonna send me no Cash App, but I'm just giving it to you anyway, just for shits and giggles. If I was Lovely T, if I was Lovely T, y'all would be sending me all sorts of Cash Apps. Name Lovely T and don't be spilling no tea. Y'all still be giving that woman money, boy. And she got damn near 1 million subs. They still be giving her Cash Apps. Shout out to Lovely T. Whatever she doing is working. Absolutely, Red Fox. You see, you didn't disrespectful. You were in here and you're allowed to disagree. That's what conversation is all about. I just want to tolerate people being disrespectful. But you are allowed to disagree. That's what it's all about. We can't all think the same way. It'd be no fun if we all agree with each other. But we can disagree and be respectful. So I appreciate you being respectful. All right, y'all. Love y'all. I'll catch up with y'all next time, man.